Greetings and welcome to Kinesiology 111, Section 002. We are currently in Week 5, Session 1 on the course layout, and today will be a continuation of the last two lectures. The first being where we spoke about, on a bicep curl, the three different phases or types of, muscle contraction, one of which being concentric, the other being eccentric, the other being isometric. And you may recall concentric was the muscle was contracting, the muscle fibers were actually shortening while the elbow joint was closing. And then eccentric was when the muscles were actually elongating and the elbow joint was opening. And then isometric was where the elbow joint was staying still. There was no movement, but the muscles were contracting. We then compared that to phases, the phases of positive and negative, meaning when the individual was bringing the bar up, positive phase as a muscle contracts, negative phase as the bar was coming down and the muscles elongate. And that's pretty darn easy to see when you look at, say, like a bicep curl, which is single joint. But today we're going to be talking about multi-joint contractions, specifically one that does include the bicep while doing a multi-joint movement. So again, going back to that verbiage, the positive and negative phasing, we'll see that in a multi-joint movement today. And with the bicep curl that we saw the other day, we saw it's pretty straightforward. Bar comes down, eccentric, bar goes back up, concentric. Bar comes down, that would be negative, bar goes back up, positive. You may recall that. Now, when you look at a lat pull down with a narrow grip, pay attention to the elbow joint and the shoulder joint. The elbow, much like a bicep curl, is opening and closing, but it's doing so in concert with the shoulder joint. So let's see if this guy's going to link out for us. So here's our guy working out, and hopefully this will be a big enough picture for you to see it. Come on. Here we go. Down and up, down and up. And even on this lat pull down, as he pulls down, elbow closes. As he goes up, elbow opens. And you can see the elbow bend right here, and the bicep is being used. So when you look at phasing on, say, like this lat pull down, where it becomes a little bit easier to see is as he's pulling down, that would be the positive phase, and as he's going back up, the negative phase. Positive, negative, positive, negative. And the loading on that is such that as the muscles of the primary mover are contracting and shortening, that would be your positive phase. It'll look different for, say, a chest press when an individual does another exercise and they do a chest press. I'll walk you right out to that real quick. Yep. Close this guy out. You can tell what I'm listening to while I'm doing all my work. On a chest press, when the individual is doing a dumbbell or dumbbell bench press, as he is contracting the chest, this would be the positive phase. So here's negative coming down, transitioning on the bottom, positive pushing back up. It's negative on the way down, positive on the way up. Because as the individual is bringing their hands down and the dumbbells down, they're elongating the chest muscles. As they are contracting and shortening the chest muscles, the dumbbells are being driven up. And positive and negative. Got it? I hope you got it. You're going to be quizzed on it. All right. Get a workout.